Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and I am here today to show you some bodices that I have for sale. These are from the past dresses that I've just been showing the pieces from. I have 7 bodices, and I'm also going to show a few of the sleeve pairs that I have for sale as well. I still have a lot of those available. Just a quick update before I get started. My dad is still in the hospital. He's still in intensive care due to some complications that he's had over the weekend, but he is getting better. He is up walking around now, and he's getting past those complications are getting resolved. So everything's looking good so far there. Again, I thank everybody for their well wishes and their prayers. They are much appreciated by me and my mom. So let's get started here. This is not the most ideal way to show bodices, but as you can tell from my last handheld video, I am terrible at doing videos freehand, so I'm going to do it this way and we'll just get by as best we can. This first bodice, bodice number 1, is the corded appliques are on it, and it is all over. As always with bodices, more often than not, you will not be able to remove the appliques from the bodice because the stitching normally goes all the way through the satin, but you can cut it out and use it as a whole, as big pieces, or if you find a way to, this one I can't tell whether it has a a lining inside of it, so I can't really tell whether it will where the stitches go all the way through the satin or not, but more often than not it does. So you need to be creative in sealing in those stitches on the back side in order to cut individual appliques out. So that being said, this first bodice has beading and sequin work all over the entire bodice. It has I'll show the detail in just a minute here, but it has the long sleeves on it, and the sleeves are on tulle, so you will be able to cut around the appliques here to get them off. And they come down to a point. This particular dress had an original price of $699 on it. All of these bodices are from brand new dresses. They had never been worn, so they are in really good condition. So let me zoom in a little so you can see the detail on this. It does have iridescent bugle beads on the flowers. It has clear sequins. It is, I would say, maybe an off-white color to the satin. Come down to the bottom of the bodice, and up to the top. It has a pretty scalloped neckline at the top. I'll flip it over so you can see the back. It has these 3 large rolled satin and applique flowers at the bottom of the back, and they have pearls shooting out of them. That was very different. I've never seen that before. And the entire back is covered with the beads and sequin work. So that is bodice number 1, and I am asking $12 for this one. Bodice number 2. Am I all the way out? Yes, I am. Bodice number 2 has iridescent sequins. You can see how they are really, really catching the light. Has really nice beadwork on it. I'm going to come down to the bottom, which is the best part. There is a applique with a large dangle, with dangles all the way down to the very point of it. Well, this is very hard to show when it's coming straight down, but there you go. You can see that gorgeous. I'll give you a close-up so you can see the beadwork on here. You can really see there. This whole area is covered in sequins, and then this applique, starting with a fan at the top, a flower beadwork, all the way down to that fantastic dangle down at the bottom. Come on, there you go. Come up to the top of the front. It has I'm not sure what this neckline is called, but it's open in the front. Comes up to the top. Pretty. This top part is on tulle, so you will be able to remove that part. The sleeves each have, I am actually working on the appliques from this dress right now, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these gorgeous appliques that will be able to be removed from here. Each sleeve has 5 appliques. And on the back, there is tulle on the back, and this whole top area is on tulle, so you will be able to get that off. There are satin covered buttons, faux buttons, because there is a zipper underneath, all the way down, and then you have some appliques on the back as well. So that is bodice number 2, and I am asking $15 for this one. And this one is, I believe, more of a cream color. Okay, bodice number 3 is heavily beaded. It has large beads on it. The top has tulle, and there's a nice beaded collar at the top. I'll show you all the way down. Comes down to a nice point at the bottom that's also on tulle. I'm going to show you, has some very nice beadwork on it. These flowers have nice bead clusters on them. It has clear sequins, round pearl beads, and this is a white dress. Now the best part on this dress, I think, are the sleeves. It has long sleeves. It has the 80s poofy sleeves that's covered with appliques all the way around. This has cut work. This is a cut work dress, so more likely than not, even if you cannot remove the appliques from the dress, you can always cut around them. Show you a close-up of the sleeves. Very pretty appliques all the way around. But the best part on the sleeves is this crystal piece here. It has crystals and teardrop pearls and a pearl center, and pretty dangle with pearls and crystals hanging from it, and that's on both sleeves, obviously. Come on a little bit. Coming down the sleeve, there are lots of appliques on the sleeve as well. All the way down, come on, hang right. All the way down to this beautiful medallion at the bottom. You can see the cut work there. So that's the front of the dress. The back has appliques coming down along the zipper and along the sides. And then some more on the back as well. So that is bodice number 3, and I am asking $15 for this one. Bodice number 4 is absolutely stunning. Get out here. It has, the sleeves have already been removed, so there are no sleeves on this one, but what you do have is this gorgeous, and I don't even know how I can show it, this gorgeous piece right here that has all these dangles hanging from it. And it has iridescent sequins and pearl beads. This is a cream colored dress, going all the way down. There's another one of those dangle things down here with all the dangles coming from it. And then it keeps going into this piece that is on like a fine tulle or a chiffon. It comes all the way down to this point. So it's one of these large medallions. Actually, I had some more of these medallions in my last video that were separate. This one is attached to the bodice. I'll give you a close-up now of, start at the top so you can really see this this piece right here with all the dangles on it. That is gorgeous. That would look so pretty on a project. Fabric album dangling from the bottom of it. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to go so fast. This one, I think this is the one. Yes, it looks like the only stitching on the back is the machine stitching. So I believe, don't quote me, but I believe the appliques will be able to be removed from this one without losing the beads and sequins. So let me show you a close-up of this medallion that's at the bottom. Gorgeous beadwork in that. Very shiny with the iridescent sequins. Lots of pretty beadwork on it down to the bottom. So let me show you the back. The back has satin covered buttons going all the way down. Has the same, most of the back is on tulle, so you will be able to cut this out. You can see all the way down to the bottom here. And it looks like this entire piece will be able to be removed without losing beads and sequins. So that is bodice number 4, and I am asking $15 for this one as well. Bodice number 5 has long sleeves. It has this top part is on, you can see that is on tulle, so you can probably remove that. Let me see if I can tell. Oh, I can't tell. There's a backing on it, so I can't tell if the stitching goes through the satin or not. But there is a flower and a dangle in the middle on that one. And you come all the way down, moderately beaded. There are some rice beads on here, as well as I think these are iridescent sequins on this one, and pearl beads, of course. And it comes down to this really pretty applique at the bottom, most of which is on backed on tulle. So you probably will be able to get this part off. Very pretty, very shiny. This one has long sleeves, and on the sleeves are some very pretty medallions, just like what you saw at the bottom of the front of the bodice. Gorgeous. This is backed, there's only satin around the edge, so I believe this will be able to come off. There's a bow with an applique and some dangles on each sleeve. That's very pretty. As well as this big medallion, there's also several medallions around the sleeve as well, or appliques. So coming down the sleeve, let's lay this flat. There. Coming down the sleeve, there are more appliques that go a good part away around the back. More appliques down to the bottom of the sleeve is another one of those really pretty medallions. That is really pretty. Let me give you a close-up of that so you can see the beadwork. Very pretty, very shiny with the iridescent sequins. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So there's a lot to work with just on the sleeves alone on this one. Show you the back. It's a plunge back. The appliques go down either side, down to the bottom on the back. So that is bodice number 5, and I am asking $18 for this one. There's a lot to work with on this bodice with the long sleeves attached. Bodice number 6 was from that one dress that had the I had the appliques from this dress in my last video. Heavily beaded, gorgeous beadwork on this. I have to show you up close on this. Oops. The flowers have clear sequins and seed beads and crystal in the middle, and these flowers are covered in beads, as well as, look at the beadwork. Oops, look at the beadwork here. Rows and rows of these tiny beads, and then some larger beads. This dress is just stunning. It was so heavy. Get the beadwork there with the large going down to the small. Gorgeous little beaded flowers there. And going down to the bottom, which is on tulle. This part is on tulle. Gorgeous beadwork. This was by far my favorite dress of all the ones I've had so far. Now, going out, this does have the sleeves attached, and the sleeves are on tulle, so there's a lot to work with here. You've got that heavy beadwork there, going all the way down. Lots of appliques on the sleeves. Lots to work with. Down to the bottom medallion at the bottom. And this dress, this one really surprised me. It has a price of $594. I would have thought this would have been one of the ones that I had that was over $1,000. That price really surprised me because there's incredible beadwork on this. Flip it over onto the back. Ouch! Oh, I just got stuck. And it has the satin covered buttons going down the back. Lots of appliques on the back as well. Some of it is on tulle at the top here, and going down to the bottom. There's some nice appliques just on the bottom there. So that is bodice number 6, and I am asking $18 for this one as well. There's a lot to work with on this one, and it is heavy. All of these bodices weigh more than 13 ounces to ship, so they will be going first class mail. Not first class, priority mail, sorry. And the last bodice is almost a dress. It's like a mini skirt. It has these funky, poofy sleeves on them. I'm just going to pan down the front so you can see the length of it. Here's the neckline, and it goes down. That looks like a butterfly in the camera. You didn't notice that? And it goes down. There's lace fabric over the satin on most of it. And then it goes down to kind of a hemline. This is one of the ones that has it is a finished bodice ready to go onto a dress. It has the whole zipper in the back. Let me give you a close-up of the beadwork on the front. Moderate beadwork on, a little bit too close. Moderate beadwork on this. There isn't a whole lot of appliques or beadwork on it. And some up here, going into some swirls. It has iridescent sequins. Yeah, iridescent sequins. You can see them catching the light there. Going over to the funky sleeves on this one. You've got this lace that can be removed and used up here. And there's a little bit of bead and sequin work along the part of the sleeve here. And then it goes down lace all the way down to a pretty medallion at the bottom of each of the sleeves. Let me go in a little bit on that. Very pretty. Let me flip it over so you can see the back. The back, if anybody's wanting to make this into a dress, it says it's a size 6, which means really in dress sizes a 4. That is tiny. Yeah, those were the days, huh? At the top is on lace So this part will be able to be cut out. You have some nice appliques along there and lace, and then the rest of it is lace over satin down to the bottom where there's some beadwork at the bottom as well. So that is bodice number 7, and I am asking $8 for this one. Okay, I also have a few of the sleeve pairs. These are finished sleeves ready to go into a dress. Sleeve pair number 1 has some very nice appliques on them. The sequins are iridescent. It has small pearl beads and some rice beads. It's a very pretty medallion at the top there, and it goes down to another medallion at the bottom. Let me get in close on this one. Very nice beadwork, very shiny. The iridescent really catches the light. Most of it is on the front there. There's not much on the back. Sleeve pair number 1, I am asking $6 for the pair. There's quite a bit to work with there. Sleeve pair number 2 is on tulle. Very pretty. I would take this apart at the seam and use this, as a, the cover of a box, or I'm not sure how well, this is so delicate, I'm not sure how well this would come off, but I'm going to get a close-up here because these flowers are really pretty. They have some three-dimensional flowers. There are 2 layers. It's white with clear sequins and pearl beads. You can see that there. Very pretty design on it's actually on 2 different layers of tulle, so you can take the back layer off and you're left with this pretty tulle on the front. And it comes down to this cuff at the bottom. So that is pair number 2, and I am asking $5 for the pair. Pair number 3, and this is the last one. These are all finished. They have elastic at the top. This is on tulle as well. This is the corded Alençon lace that's on it. Iridescent sequins, pearl beads, and let me get you a close-up. Well, let me pan down first. There's lots to work with here. This again, there's 2 layers of tulle, so you can take the bottom layer off, or the back layer off. And it comes down to this kind of medallion at the bottom here. Let me get you a close-up up here. Pretty bead and sequin work. And pearl cluster in the middle of the flowers. So that is sleeve pair number 3, and I'm asking $5 for this pair as well. So if you're interested in anything you've seen here, please send me an email to the email address in the description box below. I prefer an email. It's just easier for me to respond and for me to keep track of the order that the orders come in. If you are a new customer to me, as always, I need your excuse me, your zip code if you're in the US, or your country if you are outside of the US, and your PayPal email address so that I can calculate shipping and send you an invoice through PayPal. So that's all I have today. You should see my desk. I have pile of wedding stuff here. That's it. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.